Hey, Leo Ascendant folks. My name is Abhi Katyal. I'm doing a summary of the August 11th tonight, Pacific Coast time, between August 10th, August 11th. I keep feeling like I didn't blow my nose or something, but that's okay. How the August 11th new moon partial solar eclipse in the sign of Leo, your ascendant, is affecting you and what the key messages are as far as this particular eclipse is concerned. This is for people with a Western tropical Leo ascendant. So if you have a Vedic Jyotish Leo ascendant, this may or may not apply to you. So just be aware of that. If you've even gotten this far in terms of that astrological gobbledygook, and all the astrological gobbledygook will be done in a second, then I suggest you figure out whether this applies to you or not by consulting, by taking a look at your chart and seeing from a Western tropical perspective what your ascendant is. Okay. The solar eclipse is a new moon. Like all new moons, the 48 hours or so before, sorry, it's dusk already, and luckily I have this contraption that puts light on my face, and I really want to get as many of these videos out as I possibly can. I'm going to close this window a little bit later, but it's getting a little dark, so as the video goes on, it's going to get dark outside. Don't be too distracted about that. That's just the nature of the beast. As with all new moons, the 24 to 48 hours before a new moon, the energy flatlines, and would not be surprising if today, Saturday, yesterday, Friday, felt emotionally frustrating, tiring, depleted, hopeless. All those kinds of flatlined energies that we tend to feel right before a new moon, in the dark of the moon, when literally the wave has pulled all the way from the shore and is restoring. And then we have the new moon partial solar eclipse in less than 12 hours' time. Tonight, the night of April, between the night of April 10th, April 11th, early morning, April 11th, Western Pacific Coast time, United States, and then or PDT, PST, and then after the new moon, the wave starts to move to the shore, and like with all new moons, within 24 to 48 hours, things start to come to you. You feel a rush of inspiration, and the mood lifts, and there's more energy to get things done and move forward, and things start to come to you from the outside as well, certainly within the next week or so, so pay attention to those. They don't have to be big and dramatic, they can be subtle. This new moon also happens to be a solar eclipse and a partial solar eclipse. It is the last of the solar eclipses in Leo, and these eclipses have been active since December 2016. And my question for all Leo ascendants is as follows. What have you had to release as far as your key relationships and partnerships are concerned that has allowed you to become more yourself? The eclipses happen in pairs. There are eclipses that happen in the sign of Leo and the eclipses that happen in the sign of Aquarius. For you, you're a Leo ascendant. The Leo eclipses are about you, how you shine in the world, your place in the world, could even be your health, could even be your appearance, your body, if you're working out, getting in shape, not issues related to health, your career, how you shine into the world. Since December 2016, one of the questions that I would have for you is, what opportunities, messages, what has the universe been trying to do to get you to take yourself more seriously, and where has the universe shown you is your path to do the kind of work that you would love to do? And certainly between December the 9th of 2016 to February the 9th, 2017, between August the 21st, maybe even July the 21st of 2017 to October the 11th, October the 21st of 2017, and then November the 30th of 2017 to January the 31st of 2018, and now, so from August the 11th, tomorrow, of 2018, we have a new moon partial solar eclipse, and we have a corresponding lunar eclipse on January the 21st of 2019. But with the August 11th solar eclipse, I would also look at the October 11th 2018 date. I'll always look at that marker 2 months after an eclipse, a solar eclipse, the week before October 11th and the week after October 11th, for signs and clues to see what's been going on, what's been manifesting, what's been cresting. Those dates went by in a rush. You can always rewind this video and get clarity on that. December 9th, 2016 to February 9th, 2017. There was one timeline, broadly, I would say July 21st of 2017 to January the 31st of 2018. If I were to break that down, I would say August the 21st of 2017 to October 21st of 2017, and then November the 30th of 2017 to January the 31st of 2018. Those are peak periods. And now we have August the 11th to January the 21st, August the 11th of this year, tomorrow, to January the 21st of 2019. But I would especially look at August the 11th to October the 11th, 2018, and then November the 21st of 2018 to January the 21st of 2019. How's that for a certain amount of precision? And you can look and see what it is that the universe may have been trying to tell you so that you can become more yourself. The eclipses are happening in your ascendant. How can I be more my fullest? Where do I go from happiness and fulfillment? At the same time, the Aquarius eclipses that have been happening June the 7th of 2017 to August the 7th of 2017, and since February the 15th of this year, 2018, and we just had a full moon lunar eclipse on July the 27th, but the energies are going to continue to play out till September and October. The September 11th date is a really important date for us to move towards in every respect. So right now things seem a little slow, even if opportunities are coming, even if there are delays, even if, yes, we have a new moon solar eclipse in our sign. I say our because I have a Leo Ascendant. Also, and for Leo Ascendants, it's worth mentioning that our new year started around July the 23rd. So already from July the 23rd, we should be feeling a certain amount of inspiration and forward movement. I launched my YouTube channel, for example, and these videos, which are such a joy to do. And as an astrologer, if someone had said, oh, your new year is starting, what is it going to bring to you? I would have been like, oh, it's going to be this, this, this. I would never have. With astrology, I'm telling you, pay attention to the energies, get your readings, and see how things manifest. There are billions of us. The universe is endlessly creative in the way that it brings us opportunities. And when it comes to the ascendant and eclipses and lunations in the ascendant, there is a correlation between what we do there and our joy, and what things that make us happy, things that push us in the limelight, things that have a chance of making us feel fulfilled. So it's already started to pay attention to things that have started to happen or come to you, or your new year beginning since July the 23rd. But tomorrow, August the 11th, and the new moon solar eclipse amplifies this even more and pushes us forward even more. The only fly in the ointment with this new moon solar eclipse is that Mercury is retrograde. Now, if Mercury is retrograde in your birth chart, good for you, because I find that when a planet is retrograde in a client's birth chart and the planet is retrograde in the heavens, it actually helps them. So for people who have Mercury retrograde in their birth chart, hey, this new moon solar might bring you something decisive. And the rules of don't sign anything, be careful around Mercury retrograde may not apply to you with as much intensity, if at all, as they would to others. For the rest of us, mortals who have Mercury direct in our birth charts and are dealing with this Mercury retrograde, it's going to be retrograde through August the 18th. The new moon solar eclipse may come with opportunities that have some delays attached to them. There could be opportunities that come up from last year, because the new moon solar eclipse that happened late in August last year had Mercury retrograde too. So last year, this time period between August 21st or July the 21st to October the 21st could have brought some exciting opportunities that didn't go anywhere, that were really exciting to be part of, and it was just like, what happened? But there were still clues as to what direction you were supposed to move in to find your joy and fulfillment. The eclipses that were happening in Aquarius that I was starting to talk about, June the 7th of last year to August the 7th of last year, and then February the 15th of this year to July the 27th of this year, but the energy is still continuing to September and October. That's why I got sidetracked, because I was looking at the September 11th date as a marker when things can finally start to move forward no matter what for everybody. And any issues that the Mercury and Mars retrogrades periods are bringing in terms of putting certain things on hold or causing delays or feeling like projects and opportunities are coming in exciting but they're not going anywhere and they're stillborn should start to dissipate by September the 11th. The Aquarius eclipses are worth mentioning because there's something in terms of key partnerships and relationships that need to be released. I'm not talking about dating. I'm talking about marriage and committed partnerships. I'm talking about business partnerships. I'm talking about employers to some extent. I'm even talking about adversaries or foes, people with whom you're in legal battle. I'm talking about husbands and wives and spouses. There's something that has needed to be released in your committed partnerships. The first house in the Ascendant stands for you. The seventh house in the Aquarius, right opposite that, stands for the other. You and the other. But not the other as in friend, not the other as in child, not the other as in mother or father, not the other as in sibling, although sometimes these people can fall in this category, but the other as in your partner, as in people with whom you have a contractual relationship, people with whom you share finances, professional or personal, agents, managers, bosses sometimes, clients, adversaries. I'm trying to cover professional and personal, spouses. What has needed to be released in these, even if they are not legal contracts, the kinds of relationships where if you are dating someone and you move in with someone and all of a sudden, you're sharing finances, rent is due, and the assumption would be that both parties are responsible. These kinds of things put you in a different space from, oh, we're having fun together. So these contractual relationships, whether the relationships are written or not, you and the other, where the energies sometimes work together and sometimes work in opposition, insofar as these relationships are really mirrors to you and are teaching you. You may think they're about these relationships, but they're really there to teach you more about yourself. Something has needed to be released in this area of partners and partnerships. Sometimes, literally, a partner needs to be released. Sometimes your attachment to who this partner needs to be in your mind and the hell that you're creating as a result of that for yourself and others needs to be released. So sometimes the release is actually to a physical person or object or situation. Sometimes it is a psychological release to an attachment to either an expectation or a vision of how you think this partner should be. Or else there could be some self-esteem issues. Sometimes there's just something you need to release in terms of your own self-esteem with regard to what it is that you want to manifest in partnerships. Are you valuing yourself enough? Whichever one of these scenarios or some other creative scenario that the universe is showing to you with regard to your partnerships, there's something about that needing to be released. But the August 11th, 2018 timeframe to the January 21st, 2019 timeframe is the final eclipse where you get to be more you, where a final set of clues and opportunities will start to come to you, if they haven't already since July the 23rd, that somehow by releasing and letting go of some of these partnership issues and you're committing to become more yourself, and even if you haven't committed to it, opportunities coming to you and messages coming to you to say, come this way. This will make you more you, related to your career, your place in the world, where you might shine in the world. The opportunity to leave behind stuff that is no longer serving you, whether it is physically a relationship or your attachment to how people should be or whatever it is that you have outgrown that is no longer serving you, that will free you and propel you forward into really being the fullest expression of who you are. And also watch for things like decisions that you have been made to commit to better health, improving your appearance, improving how you speak and how you come across and how you conduct yourself and present yourself to others. So the August 11th new moon, the next 2 months, especially once we're clear with the retrogrades, and especially as we head towards January 21st after November of this year, is the final opportunity where the universe gets to give us a gift, Leo Ascendants, and point us in the right direction. And with eclipses, there's only one question worth asking, always. After you've tried to identify what this thing is that the universe is trying to bring you in terms of a messaging, in terms of which direction you want to go forward in. It could even be that you've been following a line of work, for instance, and the universe says, even in this work, I want you to become more specific, and this is what I want you to focus on. It can start to become that specific. So you're a doctor, and it can say, I want you to specialize in this. It was just one example. The only question to ask in terms of eclipses is, what are the messages and the changes that the universe is asking to make, and where am I in resistance? Where am I holding on to my old stories? Where am I holding on to my old hurts? Where am I holding on to my old attachments that are not allowing me? Where am I in fear that are not allowing me to move forward in the directions that the universe is asking me to come towards? What arrangements do I need to make with my partners that will allow me to move forward and become more myself? I told you it would get dark outside as I was doing this video. What a perfectly lovely time to do it. I will leave it at that. Once YouTube is done processing this and uploading this and blah, 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 you're catching this live, whoever's on there right now. I will go ahead and add my contact information in the description. So if you want to, and by all means, subscribe to my channel, like the video, click the bell icon to get notified when I do more of these. I will be doing more of these. And you can always contact me if you would like me to look at your individual chart and see how these energies have been working for you. If you have any questions, thoughts, etc. And that's it. I will be back in touch soon. Thanks for your attention.